dopest dope I've ever smoked. Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked.
It's not better than the Blue Oyster. You can't be. I don't think I can't handle better than
This is like...
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Welcome to Smoke with Us.
I'm Blue.
And I'm Eastwood.
Woo. Welcome to our virtual smoke circle. We started this to make the world less lonely, so let's do it.
Yeah, we're sipping on some wedding cake.
And not snipping, smoking. No drinking on this episode. Do you remember when we crossfaded?
I do remember it.
That was a very interesting episode.
Yeah, we're smoking on wedding cake. What's your high?
I mean, like a 7.
Yeah, I'm like a 7.5. Yeah, so if you're not there and you want to get there to kind of experience it how we're experiencing it, go ahead and hit that pause button. And then when you get there, hit play. Yeah. We'll see.
Step-by-step instructions. We'll see you on the other side.
And welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Some people in the audience might know that. That's from a Wii channel.
Yeah. Bro.
Cyberpunk is out tomorrow.
I know. This is the 9th. We're recording this on Wednesday the 9th, and the 10th is when it comes out.
And every motherfucker is just streaming this bitch.
All my favorite streamers are literally streaming Cyberpunk.
And like everyone's like, look, I have it. And I don't have it. It's like the only launch I've ever felt like everyone else in the world is playing it but me.
Yeah, dude, but us, yeah, like seriously, I feel like I'm like, and I got the fucking collector's edition, so it's like, it'll be there by the end of day on Thursday. Dude, at least you fucking get yours.
And dude, on a different day, like in a different year, I'd have it in like 2 hours.
What I might do
is buy the game.
No. Since I'm picking yours up, not wake you up.
No.
And just play it until you wake up. And by that time, I will have mine.
No.
And then I can just plug mine in.
No, you need to give it to me so I can get this like 49 gigabyte download started because I don't have a PS5, so it's not going to download in 10 minutes.
So I'll just download it. Since it only takes 10 minutes, I'll let you open it, and then I'll just go download it real quick, and then I'll give it back to you.
But then you can't play it.
That's true. Then I'll take the disc back, then you go back to bed.
No, all that's a horrible plan. One of the worst plans I've ever heard in my life.
No, I'm pretty excited. I kind of wish I was like a YouTuber at this point because I want to do like an unboxing of my fucking I don't know. It's so fucking cool. And it's just like the moment. And it's like, I got the collector's edition. It's coming to Papa. And I'm sitting here, wanting it. And I want the world to experience it with me because it's going to be beautiful. It comes in like a big fucking box and shit. And GameStop gave me something extra with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I get like an extra little something, like a little gift.
I just don't understand the sharing part.
I don't know,
why don't you just
dude.
Experience it.
I'm going to. I'm not a YouTuber, so therefore I'm not going to film it. That's so stupid to film an unboxing video when I have nothing.
Right, unless
like,
you got something weirdly exclusive.
That's so stupid. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what it feels like. I've had some people come up to me and be like, man, I sure got the collector's edition. I was like, I got it, bitch. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're playing
they got theirs delivered already?
No, they don't have one at all.
Oh, so you're just telling fuck you? Like,
because they slept on it, dog.
I'm richer?
No, dude, you know what makes me so fucking mad? Not even that I'm richer. I'm not richer. What makes me so mad is that...
I mean, you might be depending on who you're talking to.
Literally. These hoes... I've been waiting on this game for we have been waiting on this game for 7 years. 2013 is when they first showed this game at E3. And we heard about it.
Yeah.
I think you told me about it.
Mm-hmm. No, I did tell you about it, but then you forgot I told you about it, discovered it again, and was like, have you heard about this game called Cyberpunk? I was like, yeah. I was like kind of geeking out on you about it, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it looks really fucking cool now.
Because I went back and watched the trailer, and the trailer is like so stupid. It's like a bullet going past this fucking robot's face and ripping some of her skin off, and you see like a mechanical thing underneath. And I'm like, that's really cool, but like, shows me nothing except for the fact that it's futuristic.
But you've also geeked out on like show me nothing shit.
Anyways,
let's not talk about me right now.
All these people, man, just like being like, no, Cyberpunk, it'll be all right. Like, I don't think it'll be Game of the Year. I think, Ghost of Tsushima or, whatever the fucking other that Asian fighting game was.
The what?
Sirocco.
I can't remember, but the other, yeah. The
Like,
one made by the guys who did Dark Souls.
Yeah. And like that one, those two will be the fucking Game of the Year.
I would be surprised if that one was. I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost was, but.
No, dude, Cyberpunk is going to be. Because you know why? All these fucking review headlines have just been raving about how great it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, duh. CD Projekt Red, the guys who did The Witcher 3, one of the best games, arguably one of the best games.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna bring
And
something
I didn't even finish The Witcher, and I hear that.
Boop, stop, stop. Do you not remember? We have the tapes 2 months ago when they said there's gonna be less people. You're like, oh, I don't want this game's gonna be bad. I just feel it.
You know why? Do you know why I felt that way? I was let down by them, man.
I know, but right now you're like, duh, it's a good game.
But that was one blimp when they fucking delayed it again. That was the one time. That is it. Ever since then, I've been on this fucking train. Choo choo, motherfuckers. Like, seriously. And it's like all these random people. And it's almost like a pop culture thing. And it makes me so mad. And like, I love that people are like going to love it because I want it to do really well so that CD Projekt Red gets to keep a hold of their studio.
Well, hopefully you get it super well because like they're like the last one. They're not doing any microtransactions or bullshit like that.
No, and they're going to do it online.
Like literally their CEO said they're not doing it because they found that as long as you make a good game, the money comes in.
Yeah.
So, oh Lord,
because people buy expansions and shit.
Ooh, it's like I want to go back to like intercessory prayer, be like, let the money come in, Lord. Ooh, oh, bring that money in. Fuck, it's open.
No, but dude, seriously, that's like they're so good at making video games, and I'm like, of course it's going to be good.
Do you know Poland's like whole history is basically about like oppression and slavery and like throwing off the shackles of the last person and then a new person coming in?
Yep, gays are the hot thing right now in Poland. To kill and to, I don't know if they're killing them.
I don't think you heard anything about the history.
Yeah, you're saying that they go from they're oppressed and it's all about oppression, and then they go from one group of people to the next.
No, I'm saying the Polish country as a whole, every citizen. So like Russia takes them over, then they finally throw off Russia. Then Germany comes in.
Oh, gotcha.
Finally throw off Germany.
They just hate gay people though. Like,
well, I mean, they're like we're in the USSR forever. All those countries do.
That is true.
I mean, this might sound bad, but I think every socialist country does.
Is Sweden a socialist country?
Do they hate the gays?
Oh, you're saying that they're for the gays?
Against the gays.
Yeah, Sweden is not against gay people.
Yeah, why'd you bring them up?
Because they're socialist.
No, they're not. They have a freer market than us.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. Socialism is like communism.
No, I know.
So like all old communist countries, like real socialist countries, hate the gays.
America's turned into that. I'm just kidding.
I don't think so.
I'm joking. It's a fucking joke. God damn. Stop being so politically tense. Anyways, Cyberpunk.
Well, the problem is most people who say that aren't joking.
I know, but I am. I'm not most people, bitch.
Yeah, but you didn't even say it in a jokey tone.
Anyways, moving on. Back to what we were originally talking about, because you go on this side tangent about fucking Poland.
This is an interesting history about Poland.
It is. Anyways.
They have trouble with national identity because of it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell them.
I don't know what to tell them either. It's just
sorry,
like,
Polish listeners. I hope.
It's going to be okay, bud.
Yeah, we
ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Oh my God. Okay. But like, so people like raving about Cyberpunk, all the fucking streamers streaming it. I can't watch anything because I'm not having that shit spoiled for me. What's going to be, have you decided on your starting character?
Yeah. I'm going to be the nomad.
Okay.
Because I want the experience of not seeing the city at all and then experiencing it anew with my character. So like when you come in the city as the nomad, you are like, holy fucking shit. Right along with that
Yeah,
guy.
but you're like the fucking outcast. I'm like a street kid over here being like, what up, bud? Let me show you around the city. Here's a tour guide.
Why are you trying to like make which one's the best?
I just feel like it's...
I'm going to also play a street kid.
I know, but like, I don't know. I just find the nomad storyline to be a little bit boring, but that's just me.
What are you talking about? It's just the beginning. What's the street kid? I lived in a city all my life.
Yeah, I like cities.
That's the most boring thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
Oh my God. So living on a fucking farm in the middle of
That's
nowhere?
not what it is. Do you not understand? Did you not watch the trailer? It's all about like their family and like coming together. You're basically a mafia. You're an out of town mafia coming in, not just a kid that's like,
and I'll be a part of a gang
on the streets.
Well, I won't be part of a gang in the game, but
no, you're not. You're just a kid that's like, ugh, it's rough out in these streets.
why are you bashing the street kids?
Because you're the one that was like, it's the most interesting one. It's the bestest one.
I'm not saying roll the tapes. When did I say it's the best?
You literally said the nomad storyline is boring.
That's all I said. But did I say the fucking street kids is the best? No, I said to me, it looks boring. I don't know if it is boring. It may be fucking great. I may prefer it in the end. But
why are you trying to pull back like you weren't trying to say one was better than the other?
No.
Yes, you were.
No.
Do you want me to play the tapes? I will pause this and play the tapes. You'll be like, that sounds like I'm saying one is better than the other.
Bro. All I'm saying is it matches up with us really well though as people. Of course I would be a street kid. I was literally
Of course you'd pretend to know a city before you knew a city.
Oh my God. How else do you know a city besides being born into it and making your way around there as you're growing up?
An actual person. Because you won't know Night City, but your character will be like, oh, I know that's on 48th Street. And you're like, yeah. Where like if you came in as a nomad, discovered the city, replayed again as a street kid,
okay,
you would then know the city.
That's your play style, not mine. I want to come in.
I'm not the one that was criticizing you.
But you are now, bitch.
Because you started. Okay. When someone fires shots at you, you don't just go, oh, yeah, I'll just take that.
Why are we getting heated? It's like the eve before Cyberpunk for us.
I don't know.
We should be getting excited.
Because you want to start antagonizing people's choices when you ask them the question.
I just said it sounded boring. That's all I said. I didn't say street kids were the best. Corpos were the best.
And we're going to keep this conversation up.
God.
I'm going to pause it. And so you can listen to how you started at this conversation.
Pause it.
Okay, let's do it. We played the tapes.
Fine, street kid is the best. Fuck you, bitch.
Yes.
Diving straight into it.
You were.
Fuck you and you fucking nomads out there. Not to our listeners. You nomads are cool, but fuck this nomad next to me.
He's just mad because
if I see his nomad ass in the game, I'm going to beat his ass.
It's not a multiplayer game like that.
No, I know. I'm going to imagine one of them is you. I'm going to find the one that looks the most like you. I'm going to drive out there, find someone, and just beat the fuck out of them.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. But I could do that. I mean, it's fucking open world, so whatever.
I mean, you could do it.
I honestly want to play one of my characters just the most outlandish. Just do the stupidest shit.
I think I'm saving that for my corpo.
No, I don't think I want it to be a corpo, though. Because that's kind of like, oh, I'm going against the corporation. Like that's, no.
Or it's like someone that was born into money just...
Or you can say, I'm coming in as a nomad, and I just want to fuck shit up. Just want to go buck wild over here, bitch.
See, my corpo's not like I'm going against the corporation. My corpo's like I'm taking over every corporation.
Oh my God, evil villain.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna try to like take over the world.
What if you can't do that?
Kill and I'm not whatever. I'm saying like I'm gonna take whatever to the most extreme I can. Like if it's not taking over the world, it's just like I'm burning everything down. I'm bringing everything up, killing everyone. I'm sleeping with everyone. I'm just making my corpo just like a monster.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, you're gonna fucking kill me for saying this. I still think Street Kid is better, but I do think the way that you described like coming, and you mentioned this before previously, but like coming into the city and knowing it for like the first time, I almost want to play Nomad just because of that reason.
Yeah,
because it's just like I've waited 7 years for this game. I want to see the skyline. I want to see.
You even have to like go through customs technically. Like
I'm sorry, Nomad people. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm still deciding, but
I feel like I chose a choice that wasn't you, and you felt personally attacked. I was like,
no, I didn't want you to be a street kid necessarily. I just was like, it kind of felt like you're like, I want to experience the city in this minute. I don't know. You just are so about story I'm like, I want to play the game. I want to like, I'm about the story, but I'm also about the mechanics. I'm about like what I get to do.
Are you saying I'm like so nerdy about it? You're a fucking bully?
No, I'm not saying I'm a bully.
You're just like so about the story. You're like, you fucking nerd, just play a game.
You're always, but like, you are always story driven. That's why you don't play Apex.
Yeah.
Even though they have like great ass lore, but
I just read the lore.
No, they say shit when they walk into like an area now. Yeah, and like on like Olympus.
I can find that with a YouTube video.
Oh my god! Even though all your fucking streamer girls fucking play that game, play the fuck out of it. Anyways,
Ina.
Yeah, because all she does is fucking draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play yet. If you guys want to let us know in the comments what you're gonna play, it'd be nice to talk about it.
Cheers.
Except for you PC fuckers, you don't say it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm a little mad at you guys right now because you guys got it the day before.
I don't even understand it. It just genuinely makes me
mad. I think it was to prevent people from like leaking it, like getting like on like through PC, like leaking the game somehow. I think that's why they did it. They just did it a day early just to say, well, I mean, like if PC's gonna, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be PC people. So like, we'll just give it to them now. But I also have heard that PC kind of gets like a preferential like treatment from companies and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them do. And it's like, you fucks.
Yeah, I kind of hope Fable doesn't do that.
I mean,
also,
by the time I'll probably have
what exclusives does Xbox have coming out?
I don't think they have any that aren't also going to be on PC.
But
so
literally,
Lumi
was telling me today when we were playing Apex together that he thinks Xbox has more exclusives.
Well, that's because he's stupid.
And I was like, well, PlayStation. I was like, no, PlayStation has. He's like, well, I can play on my PS4. I'm like, you can play it on a PC. Like, you can play literally every Xbox game on a PC.
Yeah,
Game Pass. And he was just like, yeah, but like, there's going to be like Series X exclusives. I was like,
I don't think there
PC.
I don't think there are.
Well, maybe the Xbox One. But what he was saying is that PS4 to PS5 is a smaller gap.
Right. Kind of right now, but like, that's also because I think he's judging in the next 6 months. It's like these games aren't always going to be on PS4.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. There's Game Pass. There's so many things that like that's like the reason why Microsoft has no exclusives.
Yeah, they don't want to have exclusives. They actually wanted to make a deal with Sony to not have exclusives.
Yeah, and Sony was like, no, thank you.
Well, yeah, because they're fucking dude. The way that Microsoft changes their fucking tune is like them changing their goddamn underwear.
As most companies, but what are you talking about specifically?
Their fucking VP or like head of like their gaming department is literally saying now that he thinks console wars are stupid, that they both serve a purpose for certain audiences, and then we all just need to come together.
Dude, you know the reason he says that is because Sony literally has like 95% of the Japanese market, and then the US Microsoft has like it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
And then their games appeal to, and if you include PC, then they have a lot of gamers, and then they appeal to like more Western taste, if you will. So that's why they're saying we both have our places in certain markets because we only have one and you kind of have 1.5.
It's so stupid though. Like I'm just like, and someone's just honestly, like whipping out their dick.
Why they're saying all that though is because they're all looking in the future as far as eventually the streaming games will be good enough. And like some of them kind of are now if you have the right internet. Especially if you're like a casual player. But like most people, all the streaming things, like streaming games kind of sucks. So they're all kind of looking at that as like the next competitor more than anything. So I think Game Pass is going to be their streaming service. I think they're working on streaming stuff, releasing Game Pass now as it is, and then eventually it will become their streaming thing down the road.
Yeah, for
sure.
And
that's why PlayStation Now I don't think is ever going to go away.
Oh yeah, no, they're not.
Because they're waiting until it gets good enough, and then they're going to implement it, and then they're going to be like, boom, and blow it up and like crazy market it.
I think it needs to be cheaper.
For what? For now? Are you saying it now?
Yeah, right now. I think it needs to be cheaper.
It could be. Yeah, that could be the case. I was like, I thought you were talking about in the future. I was like, people are going to pay $10 to play all the games.
you get so much more with Xbox Game Pass for like fucking $5. That's a fucking deal. Well, actually, no. I take that back. They, I think, just increased it to 15. So never mind. It doesn't matter anymore. But I think if Sony would have started out at $5 and went up to 10, I think they would have had a better time getting people to use it.
Yeah. I use it every now and again. I like get it and then don't have it. Get it and don't have it.
Because they offer you fucking 7-day trials like every other week.
Well, sometimes I pay for it though. Especially if I'm wanting to play an RPG. But I do that when it's games I can download. Because they have like a quarter of their games you can download and play. And then you don't have to worry about the problems with streaming. That's why game what's the GameFly?
Yeah.
That's what they should do. Just be like a download service. So as long as you pay for GameFly, and maybe you can only have like 5 games downloaded at a time, but all you have to do is like delete it.
Yeah.
And you can download a game.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. That's what they should do. It'd be interesting to see the cost of that though. Like as a third party person.
Yeah, for sure.
So what have you been thinking about lately? Like in life?
I don't know. That's a weird question.
It's a good question though, a lot of times. You'd be surprised at what people like realize and tell you.
I don't know, man. I'm just wanting to play Cyberpunk.
I know, dude, honestly.
We have like future plans and like we've been talking about it and getting pretty hype about it, but like I am just so to the point now. I'm just like, man, I have like literally from Thursday to Sunday off. And I'm going to play the fuck out of that game.
Dude, I'm so glad I got it too. I didn't even realize you took it so many days off. Man, that would have been so miserable just waiting for you to go sleep.
That's honestly why I got it for you. I know it says for a Christmas gift, but I was just like, I don't want this bitch taking my game. So
I would have just walked outside, played it.
Oh,
because you sleep.
I think it's just like the social pressure.
That makes sense for you.
I'm just like, man, I want to be able to stay up till like 5 if I want to.
I would have waited.
I know you would have done, bitch.
I would be like, oh, it's my time. I probably would have switched my whole sleep schedule. Dude, what's the difference between blunts and joints? And what I mean by that is blunts get me way higher than joints. I feel like even if I have the same amount. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like we'll say like 2 to 3 ratio to 1 blunt, right?
Yeah.
1 blunt gets me way higher than 2 joints, I feel like, or 3 joints.
So I think it has to do with the like material. Like you're using paper versus like a leaf.
You think the tobacco plays into it?
I think the tobacco plays into it. I think that's why tobacco is smoked, is because it smokes really well.
Yeah. You think it's a little slower burning too?
Yeah. And I think you get more of the marijuana, like through and through. It's a more like natural like thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I like smoking a joint. And like no hatred to the joint haters out there. Just gotta be clear with that. I like a good joint. And they can come in cool shapes and sizes.
They can come in really cool shapes and sizes.
But yeah, man, just like a blunt hits different.
I know. I love blunts, dude. I feel like every time I light up a blunt, I just hear the like that fucking little Einstein song, like da 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 on my little rocket ship.
Oh my god,
to the sky, little Einstein.
That's fucking gross that you know that much of that song.
Have you not heard that remix?
I have heard.
Oh, it's so good, dude. That's a banger. That's a real banger.
Yeah, I don't know. They just hit different for me too. I know a lot of people too. Like once you have a blunt, I just feel like it becomes your favorite thing, and you just feel like a boss ass bitch holding it.
Yeah,
like you make the power moves,
right?
I'm like, who doesn't want to feel like that,
dude? That like Bert. Bert Kreischer has had so many shows. I never can remember what actual show his name is. Like he's had Hurt Bert. He's had Bert the Conqueror. I'm forgetting one. And then he has the one on Netflix. And so like I can never fucking remember his show names. But the one on Netflix where like his buds and him hang out in that cabin.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. that episode where they got that like Cuban cigar roller to roll in marijuana. So it was like a legit fatty cigar, but with marijuana, dude. I want to try that so bad.
Dude, I want a person to literally come roll it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's just whop, whop, whop. And then you're just light it up and it's a big old thick boy. And you're like, yeah.
And it probably tastes really good too. Oh my God. See, I love cigars for the taste. I can't, I feel like I always fuck up cigars.
Dude, there's this one guy I smoke cigars with. Oh, dude, actually, it kind of made me mad. So when I worked for the church, sometimes people would, you want me? Oh, shit. Okay. So I don't know if I am. Okay. So, when I worked for that church, we'd have people come if they're getting a job at the church, or we're trying them out. Like, you know what I mean? So like they come, we interview them, depending on the position, maybe they try out, you know what I mean? And, so one time someone came for the creative team. That's the team I was on. And so the creative director is like supposed to kind of host the guy. That was my friend. And, but anyways, me and this guy really hit it off, and like he couldn't help him out a lot. And / he liked a lot of stuff I did. Like he liked the cigar bar. He liked basically all the edgy Christian things. And, and so he was like, "Do you mind just like hanging out with him? And then I'll just ask you your opinion of him." And I was like, "Yeah." So we hung out and whatnot. And so the cigar part and stuff isn't the part that's gonna make me mad. But anyways, so, and they like gave me money to like, pay for everything while he was there. So like we both got a good time. Cause they didn't give it.
Oh my God.
So I was like, "Woo, let's do this."
Company credit card.
Basically. And so anyway, so we went to a bunch of cigar bars, a bunch of other stuff like that. And so we bought cigars. I probably smoked, I think he was there for 4 days, but I probably smoked like 7 cigars with this guy. And every fucking one. Every single fucking cigar. It would start like breaking apart.
Oh
they smoked, but like from the back, it would start like you'd see the leaves like peeling off, and it was like it's skinnier, and you're like, and I was just like, "How are you doing this every fucking time?" Like, I'd even watch what he's doing, like to be like, "How's this happening?" Like,
he would do it himself.
Well, I don't know how, and he didn't know how, but like I was like, "Is this somehow how he's cutting the cigar?"
And yours wasn't doing this?
No, and it was like, "Is somehow how he's cutting the cigar? Like, what's he doing?" And I watch him intently. I don't know. I just start peeling. And just every fucking cigar. I was just like, how is this possible? And anyways, so that's just the weird story. But what made me mad was, dude, I wined and dined this kid. Like, I was just like, this is a place to be, my friend. And I was like, we could even move in together. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're worried about the prices out here, I was like, I can move. Like, we're talking about everything, right? He's like, yeah, that sounds fun. Long story short, he doesn't take the job. I even fought for him. Like, they're like, yeah, but like, we already kind of hired this one guy. And I was like, well, why did we hire him? They're like, well, because we felt like he was a da-da-da. And I was like, this guy's going to be way better. And because I remember the other guy. I interviewed the other guy. I was like, this guy's going to be way better for the team. We need him more than anything. / why not just have both of them? And they were like, I don't know if that's in the budget. But I fought for him. I was like, we should get him. They're like, would you take a cut out of your pay? I was like, I don't feel like I can afford that. But I mean, really? Yeah. I mean, if you had to, yeah. And so then they didn't take out my pay, but they sent him the job offer. So I'm like, wow.
He doesn't take it.
And then he doesn't take the fucking offer.
I knew it. I knew it, dude.
And I was just like, you. Oh,
they're like, we told you.
I know, dude. I became a misogynist against him. I was like, you fucking slut. Like,
oh my
you just
God.
used me. And dude. Got like totally red pilled. I turned into an incel, but specifically at him.
Oh my God, you bigot.
No incel. But
same but different.
But specifically at him. But what isn't there a pill name for the incels? I think it's black pilled.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got black pilled, but specifically, and
Got blue ball. I got blue ball from my
was
next
so
sleeping
mad.
arrangement, you fucker.
I was so fucking.
Maybe
mad.
you came on too strong. Maybe like moving in with him part, he was like, whoa. This
No,
dude.
he suggested it. He's like, you know your roommates, and I was like,
Oh,
Duh,
yeah.
duh.
Fuck that, dude.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
What's his name?
I can't even remember his name. I forgot him. I was like, yeah, here, you harlot.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. He's married now.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I was like, well, I guess it was a good choice to stay then.
Is he from New Jersey?
Nope, Phoenix
Oh, okay. That's a pretty far. Phoenix to Massachusetts.
to New Hampshire, so it's a little bit further.
Yeah.
I mean, technically only like an hour, but further.
New Ham.
Dude, what's so crazy to me?
New
So
Hampshire.
everyone in the Northeast talks about like how the rest of the states look, and they're like, it's all just boxes. How do you know what goes where? And I was like, that's funny because everyone I know is like, what's all this little shit up in the top? How can you tell what's what? It's all just squiggly lines.
Well, no, it's like they pop out of their little colonial homes. They're like, what are you guys doing in these modern fancy boxes? It's like, get back in your colonial fucking palace, you stupid bitch.
but you know what I'm talking about? The state shapes though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just cracked me up because they're like, how do you not know what New Hampshire looks like? I was like, how the fuck do you?
Oh, because they're talking about like the physical map.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh my God. Who the fuck even cares?
But because they're just like, how can you? They're like, they're like, the state tests were always so stupid. It was just like all these boxes. How do you know what goes where? And and I was like, that's weird. Everyone I know is like, I can't read it up there. It's all like pointing lines to different places because their states are too
like,
small.
Some of them like run together.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what they say. And they're like, no, that's so easy. Da, 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 da. It made me so mad.
This little curve here is this little box and this half crescent moon.
And they're like, you can't see Rhode Island right there. And I was like, I thought that was like a mistake in the map.
dude, I love the Rhode Island jokes. There's basically like, when you go through Rhode Island and you blink, you've missed it.
Yeah. Let me tell you what. They don't love those jokes.
Duh.
Like anytime I like make fun of something up there, they're like, like, I'm like, you guys were just tearing into me about the middle of the country.
And I made one little joke
Yeah.
about your small ass spot.
Yeah, dude. And I was just like, you guys fucking can't spell lobsters without putting an H on the end because you'll add an R.
Lobster.
You'll add an R, and they're just like, I'm like, what? You were just making fun of my boxes.
Bro.
Yeah.
I cannot stand
And
fucking lobs.
something else that was weird for me up there was there were so many things people were like, you never had that? Like a whoopie pie or like a lobster roll.
Yeah.
And they're like, you never had that? And they're like, oh, people love them. Everyone eats them. Everyone eats them. We know about that forever. We eat them. They're so delicious. Everyone eat all the time. Nom, 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 nom. And then I would never see anyone else eat a whoopie pie but me. Like, I liked them. I tried them. I'm like, these are pretty good.
It's like you are a part of the
But
club.
that's what I'm saying. No, it's like they're like, we eat them all the time. And then I'm like looking around eating my sandwich by myself. And I'm like, I thought we said we ate these.
They played your ass, dude.
Like, we get lobster rolls all the time. And then I'd be like the only one in the restaurant eating a lobster roll. And I was like, who's this we?
Bro, they played you.
No, and it happened on so many things. They're like, well, you never had that.
Dunkin' Donuts? You never had a Dunkin'.
Oh, dude, Dunkin' up there is Starbucks. But yeah, Dunkin' up there is like Starbucks, dude.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. But you know what? They suck.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Duh,
we
there's
could
too many.
probably get. Well, that's what it is. There's like no
It's
competition.
like McDonald's.
Yes, that's what it's become. But this is like the only thing they fucking drink. Except there's a place called Roma Joe's that's like sneaking in now because they suck so bad. People started getting caught. We're like, oh wow, this is halfway decent coffee. Finally, they actually listen to my orders, but yeah, I had a bad experience literally every time I went to Dunkin' Donuts my whole time living there.
Dude, fast food for me, I fucking Like, I get so mad when they get an order wrong, but then at the same time, I can't say anything because they don't get paid shit.
Well, it's fast food. Yeah.
And I'm just like, you don't even give a fuck. You're probably here because you have to be here.
Well, that's like I have a friend who was like, he would customize every burger. And I mean, like everyone, like crazy. Like, you're like, that's not even the same fucking burger, dude.
Make his own menu.
Yeah. Like, he's like, can I get a quarter pounder and then add everything? And you're like, dude, that's like now like a bacon mushroom Swiss. Like, you just wanted a quarter pounder of it, dude. And he would do that. He would order like 4 burgers and get all of them like crazy customized. But then they messed it up a lot. You know, like they would forget onions on something or add the wrong mustard on that one or whatever, right? And I'm like, dude, it's fucking McDonald's. And you're ordering them from their Chipotle.
Bro,
like
they get mad at me when I say no onions, extra pickle. I'm like, it's 2 things.
I know,
take the onions off and add extra pickle.
I feel like they sigh if you just say extra pickle. Like if you're like, can I get that with extra pickle? I always hear like,
and then it's like, click, 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 click.
Yeah,
because they're like pounding the fucking touchscreen because they're mad that you're making because they have to go back and redo it. Because, dude, they're so quick. Like when I'm like, okay, I would like a McDouble, and the McDouble's there, and I'm like, wait, I want no onions, extra pickle, and they're like,
I feel like
wait, what'd you say? No onions, like extra onions. I'm like, no onions, extra pickle. It's not that fucking hard.
Well, I think too, it's like they have it up there by the time you're like like.
Make it up double.
Yeah, exactly. It's
have you ever seen one of those screens?
Like on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like big ass pictures and shit of like all the different like sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, there's a lot of disabled people that have those jobs.
Yeah.
So it's to help them out.
Yeah.
And probably make it just easier to train in general.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, what button should I hit? Are you serious right now?
It's the fucking button of what they said. A McDouble is a McDouble button, you dumb bitch. No, dude, one of my
dude, they all are starting to get cameras now, though. Like every fast food place, but they hide them.
Yeah, and the
so it's like now can't I roll till I drive off,
bro. My okay, so this is gonna be a little loop de loop here. My uncle, so my dad's brother's wife, so my aunt,
okay,
married. Her sister's husband.
Okay, so aunt's sister's husband. Okay.
Yes.
So almost like a weird uncle.
Yeah. So he started literally from the bottom of McDonald's and is now like an executive.
Started from the bottom, now the whole crew.
Literally, you go to his house. He has a big ass house here. And you go to his house and he has a fucking Ronald McDonald bench.
Of course he does. He's like, that's the bench this house is made on.
And he's like, hey, eat. God, I can't fucking say what. Eat. Cut that shit out. Hey, Eastwood, you could work at McDonald's. It was like when I was younger. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, you can work at McDonald's and get to where I'm at. And you have like a fucking Lamborghini and like all this shit. I probably could honestly been high up at McDonald's or at least have my own like corporate store.
Well, especially because you had that connection
through him.
So he'd like keep pulling
if I just like kept like
working
and like putting it in his ear, like, oh yeah, I want to do McDonald's one day. I want to be like you.
Yeah, and then you start working, and then he just slowly pulls you up. He's like, okay, he's been coming in for a month. That's so good. Look, he's a manager now.
No, he owns the fucking store.
Yeah.
No, he's got a franchise.
Well, do you know that my manager said to me before he realized I was going for a holiday job for summer? Basically, like, because he was like, you're a good worker. It's like, I started out a dish boy here. They're like, you could become manager too. Like of the whole store, which to be fair to him, it's a pretty successful store. So he genuinely probably was making like $150,000.
But to me, it's like, oh, those are your dreams.
That's what I was like, dude. I was like folding boxes like, uh-huh.
Bitch, I work for a not multi-billion, but $1 billion company. And I don't even want to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, uh-huh.
Like, I just want to be doing this.
Well, there was a part of me that was like, you do realize I have no jail time, right?
And I went to college and have a degree. You see that on the resume.
Yeah, like you see that like.
I doubt you're submitting a resume to
Well, slash
Pizza
part of me is
Hut.
like, you see that I'm not like want to stay in this town, right? Like,
yeah, dude.
I mean, that being said, if you're a manager at Pizza Hut, good on you.
Yeah, good on you for whatever you do, but like at the same time, dream.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it. At the same time, dream.
You know, man, like I always have been thinking like you got asked that life question, and at first I was like trying to evade it because I was like, man, I don't fucking know. But I want people in 2021, I want the world to move into a state of us working less. And what I mean by that is like in fucking the UK, everything closes at 8. Some towns things close at 6. And then everyone's off.
But how do you get pizza?
I don't fucking know. We'll figure that out. But what I'm saying is like, okay, it's mandatory.
I want pizza at 10:30.
Okay, go buy a fucking frozen one, bitch. Before
The stores
day
are
before.
closed.
Then get groceries, you dumb bitch.
Wow, this is me having to pay attention to my life way too much.
Oh my god. Anyways, well, like in the UK, you have to get a mandatory, no matter what position you are, part-time or full-time, they have to give you 2 weeks off. Every company.
That's nice.
Mandatory. It's like law. And like I was watching a TV show the other day. I'm not going to say what, because it's kind of stupid. And I like to watch stupid shit. Like mindless stuff. But it was about like this girl going to Paris, working for a marketing firm. And the French people like kind of like showing her the French way. But it was like just so much more like they said, we work to live. You live to work.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
Is that the first time you heard that?
Yeah. And it was just like,
yeah.
And I saw a meme today on Facebook that's like basically stating that we need to take work-life balance more seriously. It says if we've learned anything about this pandemic and about 2020 is that there has to be a work-life balance across the board. And like, I feel like we're moving into this era of people being like, you know what? I want to be happy.
That's good.
And like, I want to do what I want to do. Like, I want to like dream and do shit and like become an actor or do whatever, like do what I want to do. Own my own business, have a farm,
be a carpenter,
whatever. And do it and have a healthy work life. I feel like people
sell hand carved wooden dildos on Etsy.
I feel like people just work themselves to death, dude. Like there are people out there that don't spend time with their families. They don't.
The Japanese literally have a word for it.
What?
Working yourself to death. I don't know.
Oh.
I can't. I mean, I don't know Japanese. I'm not. I can't be like it's kikakuri.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, and it's just like what? Like, no, we're in such this consumer culture that it's just like.
Well, okay. I agree with you, but I think that's two different problems. The only thing I'm going to pause real quick, which I agree with you 100%. I believe we have like an interesting hard work culture, and I don't even want to call it that because people are going to be like, you don't like hard work. No, it's like work as hard as you want to work, but we almost have like a more like work as hard as you want it to work and enjoy it. But like, I feel like there's like a healthy hard work and then there's a not healthy hard work. And I feel like we're in like the not healthy, a lot of us, because we just feel this pressure. There's like, I always have to be busy. I always have to be busy or I'm wasting my life.
Yep.
And it's like, no. And I think that's a problem in and of itself. And then I do agree with you, the consumerism, and they can play into each other. But the consumerism part, I think, is there's also this part that's like, yeah, you work to live, but that's to actually live, not just buy things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like buying things is not living. Like some things can add to it, and like not liking nice things not a problem. But like I feel like people buy a nice thing, keep buying because they're like, eventually I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Like I work so much so that eventually I can be happy by buying things.
Yeah. And it's just like, I just want to be able to be happy just by having a decent life, you know? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Chilling with friends.
Working, not having my bills are like being paid. Like I have like a healthy like routine going.
Yeah.
And I think like we are realizing too, like you can fucking do this shit from home.
Yeah.
Like companies can stop forcing people with disabilities to come in. They can then be in an environment that enables them to work better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have to go as far as disabilities to justify it, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, I don't know. I've just been seeing these things, these tidbits, and I'm like, yeah, we need a better work-life balance to live and to work, because right now it is fucked.
I agree. I also feel like I've been saying this for a minute.
No, I know, but like, I feel like we're slowly like, I mean, I have an obsession with England and London and the UK in general, but I feel like America is finally like birthing, because the UK is old as fuck.
Yeah.
So I feel like America's finally birthing into like an older country. And it's
coming
like
out of our teenage years.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, we have freedom, but like, what do we do with it now?
Actually, honestly, talking about how people have been acting in the country, it's like, it does feel like we're kind of in college.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just breached high school where we fucking hated our principals.
I feel like we just went to freshman year
of college.
Yeah. Like, it was crazy. It was fun. And then it got a little angry. And
you got pressure because you wanted to graduate, and then now we're floating off into
like now we're like, do we have a good grade point? We have good enough. We can move forward.
Yeah, dude.
All right, sophomore year, I'm going to really tackle sophomore year.
Yeah, I just hope people like dream more, man. Because like the amount of times that I've gotten weird looks from like even my own family members, dude. They're just so stuck in this 9 to 5 mentality, and I'm like,
well, it's not even just 9 to 5. It's like a 9 to 5 crazy security. And what I mean by that is, as far as everything is, I agree with you. I also think that at least for me, with my agreement with you, is a clarification of dream. A dream doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm famous now or whatever. Because I think a lot of people, when they think dream, they feel like a certain type of celebrity. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, your dream can be a fucking mountain house where you're a carpenter.
Or like you start painting, or you do hobbies that you actually fucking enjoy.
Yeah, or like you hike more.
I get golfers.
Yeah,
I honestly
exactly.
do. Like, I hate golf. I think it's fucking boring.
I heard it's like, I heard once you like really like, are like, I'm gonna try this. Like, if you do it like on your own and like for your own time, they don't, because I heard like a lot of people I know that got into it that didn't like golf are like, okay, I tried one time just for me. You know, it's not like wasn't like a business thing or like your dad making you or like, you know what I mean? He did once for me. He's like, and when it was for me, he was like around halfway through, it was like a meditation.
Oh yeah.
He's like, you're just walking, you're thinking about that, and while you're thinking about that, your mind can go other places, and you start thinking about life, and you're just like, yeah.
Do you know what I want to get into?
Huh?
I've done it several times before, but frisbee golf.
Oh yeah,
dude. If you live near LA,
New England had a lot of frisbee golfers.
If you live in LA, there's a frisbee golf course in Pasadena that is so fucking cool, and it's just so like, there's like this one like part where it's like goes over this big like pond lake thing.
Yeah,
but it's on like a hilly mountain area, and there's a fucking like goal thing on the other side of it, and you can throw your thing over it and see if you can make it. But people always are like, yeah, make sure you use like your crappier one, because you know, like, you might
lose it. Yeah, but
some people have actually made it because they used their best one and they tried, and they bought like several of them and brought them with them.
Yeah, and
they did it, and I was like, dude,
my dad brought a whole like frisbee golf set.
Yeah,
I don't know if you ever used it though.
It's so much fun, dude.
There's a guy,
so much fun.
There's a guy at the church that would live stream like games because there's like a league.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go that far with
like
it.
He was like watching it, like he'd be working and be like, and like looking at his phone and be like,
it's a little intense. But I mean, I get obsessed with stuff, so maybe.
Well, he was into frisbee golf, like people are with real golf.
Yeah, but like that's what I would want to get into, something like that, I think. And I've been thinking about like, I was for so long just resisting getting older because I'm 28, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm approaching 30. And your siblings actually the other night fucking said something about it.
Which one?
Felipe.
Oh really? What did
he was like, you're almost 30, bro. And I was like, bro, I got another year, bitch. Only 28 and a half. Calm down. Let me have that half. God damn, like, it's just like, motherfucker. So then I'm like, I should just embrace it.
Yeah.
I'm just getting old, man. Like, it just is happening.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think I'm plugged in with like the internet enough to know when like there's certain facets of it that I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting out of touch.
I feel like if we ever get to like a point where we're like really get into technology, we're so like nerdy and geeky and like technology driven that we'll basically be the last generation, I think, that'll fully get the new technology coming out. Like if we ever have like flying cars and shit,
What do you mean?
we'll be like our 90s, like keeping up with shit, dude. I'll be buying consoles till I'm 90.
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things I'll always be plugged into, but like, there's certain aspects that I'm like, if I was young, I would know what that was. Like, do you get what I mean?
I tell people that every time like someone's like, oh, I'm so sorry that like, you must be like, oh, old people don't know anything. I'm like, no, I'm going to be there one day.
You're like, I'm halfway there, bitch. I understand.
I was like, I respect you, man. Like, you just don't know. Like, I think it's easy, but you don't. And I'm going to be there one day.
Right.
And I want someone to be nice to me when that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to put that out into the universe.
Hey, I put my VR, I put my omnibus on my head, and it didn't suck me into the VR world.
Remember
why not?
Remember those old phones that, you know, were like called iPhones? Like they look like little boxes. Weren't those like cool? Like I kind of want one.
I gotta miss you, man. We used to have something physical in our hands.
Yeah. Now it's just in our neck.
That's what they were like. I put on the omnibus, but it wasn't working. And they're like, "Did you plug in the da da da?" Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Bro, it's
Plug in the flux capacitor to the bebop voodoo.
I have people that say it to me, and I find it fucking hilarious.
What?
They're like, "Oh, the flux capacitor." I'm like, "Yeah." I actually say it to people sometimes too. I'm like, "Yeah, it's just a flux capacitor issue," and they're like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
our friend Corey, one time in college, he was like, I don't know anything about cars. He's like I don't know so much about cars that I could take my car in, and they would be like, yeah, your A-frame googly gop is broken, so this could be $6,000, and he'd be like, that makes sense. Like,
not me, bitch.
He's like, they could tell me anything. I'd be like, that must be it.
Bro, I'm like second opinion.
Which is hilarious because his dad owns a car dealership, or doesn't own, but he's the highest up he can be without like someone dying.
Do I know this person?
Yeah, Corey.
Oh, yeah, Corey.
I grew up with
that
him.
was for a second. All these fucking code names.
I know, we out here, we spies. Da, 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 da.
I wanted to join you, but I couldn't because I was just like, that's just too good.
Do you think that like songs like that became? Do you think they became spy-y because of the movies, or did the music make the movies feel more spy-y? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it was the movies. I think they were like, we want some spy shit.
Yeah, but like, what made the composer be like, da 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 da? He's like, ooh, spy.
I don't know.
Like, I recognize that, but that's because the first time I ever heard that song as a kid, it was like people in silhouette going, ooh, 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 pew. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, one of those chicken and the egg situations.
Dude, I read 3 chapters of a book the other night.
I swear to God, if it's,
It's
not,
not
the
the book.
way
It's
of
not.
kings,
It's not.
holy shit, dude.
I'll get to it, bro. But bro,
Dude,
it's easy.
dude, whoever let Eastwood borrow it, it's gone, bro. It's gone. He's never giving back. He's never reading this book.
Actually, you know,
Buy a new one.
I actually messaged him recently. I was like, hey man, I still have your book and I haven't read it yet. And I don't know if I'm going to. So do you want to meet and I can give it back to you? And he was like, bro, I want you to keep it till you read it. He's
Wow.
like, I want one day for you to wake up and you just be inspired
Dude,
to read it.
because of how good I know that book series is, that's a good friend.
Yeah, dude, he really is a good friend.
Whoever he is, you should cherish him. He's a friend.
Yeah.
Even if you don't talk to him for the rest of your life, you need to look back and be like,
No,
wow, what a friend.
We used to work together, so that's how we got to know each other. And we kind of both like popped off because we have similar backgrounds.
Yeah.
Except for he's a straight version of me.
Mm.
But like we were kind of like in similar places with like religion and shit.
Yeah.
And he's a good dude. And he left, but we kept in touch. And he left. He actually gave me the book before he left.
That's nice. Where'd he go? Did he just leave the company or did he move?
He married someone and her dad owned a business and he gave him like a good position.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nepotism as its finest.
Yeah.
See, everyone says nepotism as inherently bad. I don't necessarily find it inherently bad. But that's also because I'm like, I feel like everyone would want to have like a little nepotism if they were in a position. I do find it bad for like fucking like political jobs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's for sure. Like stuff like that, definitely. Then I'll be like, hey, you know. But like if it's like, oh, he owned a business and now his son's a manager, it's like, okay, like,
that's hilarious.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
who cares? I was like, that guy will probably own it to some degree one day. So,
bro,
he's never gonna give that to you, Jim. Okay, so just wait till a new manager position opens up.
He basically lives like a rom-com movie life.
Really?
Like he's a good Christian boy. He is just like, I don't know, dude. He's just like perfect.
Born and raised in South Detroit.
Yeah, like he's like 30. He just got married.
Took the midnight train.
He just got married. He's like he didn't like whore around, like do immoral shit. Like he's truly, but he's like love everyone type of person. And it's just nuts. Now he's married and he's working for his wife, his dad. He's got the American dream, bro. He has a beautiful dog. Now he needs the fucking kid. Who knows? That might be coming.
Right, dude. Can we just talk about how good of a line taking the midnight train going anywhere is? Going anywhere, and all at once, all those little boys that were into rock and roll were like, "Oh my god, that's me,
dude!
Oh my god, that's me."
Dude, music is like such a crazy thing that if you make a song anthem-y,
we start talking about this. Yeah.
If you make a song anthem-y, it is for sure going to pop. Like if you just give it that like journey all, like you just pour your heart and soul into this fucking song.
Anthems, dude, some of them are so good.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Anthems just catch.
Anywhere. Ooh.
Like all of Queen's songs.
Yeah, dude.
Like all
even
of their songs.
Even the crazy ones. Little no. Like everyone's like
Radio Gaga.
Mama. Oh. Like you could have a whole stadium.
Yes.
And everyone's like,
and they'll be singing it whether you provoke the song or not. It just happens.
That's what anthems are born in and of themselves. They birth themselves.
Bro.
No, so I got Spotify recently, which first of all, I'm going to complain to the audience. So here's the deal. If you listen to the podcast long enough, it's going to be no surprise. I'm a fan of Joe Rogan. So when he switched to Spotify, so my money got tight. I used to always be a Spotify premium member forever. Like, I think I legitimately had it for like 6 years. And then my money got a little tight, so I dropped it. And then I was getting a little bit more money now. So I was like, yeah, I was already thinking about getting Spotify. Then he was like, exclusive on this date. So I was like, I'll just wait till then. And then I'll pop it back on anyway. So anyways, first day became exclusive. I was like, okay, I'm a freelancer, so my money comes in at weird times. So like I didn't have enough money right at that moment. So I was like, okay, I'll just watch it and deal with the commercials this time. And then tomorrow when my money comes in, I'll pay for it. Anyway, so I go to pop it on from my phone. And I was like, okay, cool. I can Chromecast it. I Chromecast it. It turns to audio. I'm like, the fuck? No. The video put up there too. Put that video up there too. So I like disconnect a few times. I'm like messing with it. And I Google it. No app besides mobile itself, like looking at it on mobile or the desktop plays video, not the PS4, nothing. Oh, it made me so mad. And so I was like, fine. So anyway, so then I plug in a computer through an HDMI to watch on my TV. Then it just comes up this little rectangle that's like the size of a iPhone screen at the top of the screen. I'm like, that's weird. That's a really weird place just to put a video in general. But okay, I'll full screen it. And I'm looking around. I'm like, where the fuck is this full screen button? I was like, do they not have full screen? So I Googled that. Full screen is a premium membership benefit. And I was just like, what a stupid dystopia we live in.
Yeah.
And long story short, I paid for the premium, but it made me so mad. I've never reviewed anything in my whole life, good or bad, nothing. And I rated it. I went out, I rated it and left a review. Not only have I not rated, I've obviously not left reviews. As I've left a review, and I was just like, no video on anything but mobile or desktop. I was like, full screen is a premium benefit. That's all I put, 1 star.
That's hilarious.
And then today, while I was like going through Spotify, they popped up like, how's your Spotify experience? 1 to 5, you want to rate us? And I was like, 1, submit.
You
So
salty.
I won them twice, bro.
Oh my god.
But anyway, now that I bashed them, let me praise them. So I love Spotify though. So I have a very love-hate relationship with it right now. I'm going through a rough patch. But before this rough patch, I only loved Spotify. I was a Spotify stan. Their algorithm's just so good. Like, you remember we talked about technology serving us. That's an algorithm that's serving us. Dude, it gives you the music you want to hear. Reliably.
But it has such stupid restrictions.
Only,
Like you can
not
only
if you're
have
premium.
You can only have 10,000 songs in your library.
Not if you're premium.
Are you positive on that?
Almost.
I'm pretty positive that's only 2,000 songs, period.
2,000?
Apple Music's 100,000. 10,000. You can only have 10,000 songs in your library at one time.
I'm trying to think if I have more than 10,000 songs.
I literally went through.
How many songs do you have
I honestly think I have like 50.
on your Apple Music?
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
I can verify.
My Spotify has at least as many songs as your Apple Music does. Does it tell you how many songs you have?
I actually don't know.
How can you verify?
I was just going to see if I could. Yeah, I can't. It doesn't tell me. Anyways, I think that's kind of weird. And then like the premium bullshit that you were talking about, and you're actually the second person in the past couple of weeks that has mentioned Spotify grief to me.
The 10,000 is no longer there. It was at one time.
Okay.
But anyway, so
Yeah, no, their algorithm is pretty good. I will give them that. Like I think it's way better.
It's so good. I found some of my favorite bands because of Spotify. And so anyways, I love Spotify. But it's been a minute since I used it because of like getting rid of it, and then you were able to get me free Apple Music, so I've had Apple Music. But anyway, so I've been listening.
Which is another reason why I don't have Spotify.
I've been listening to like my saved songs from basically from start, because I was like, oh yeah, let's listen to some of these songs. I've been listening through them again, dude. It's been like reconnecting with myself. It's been so good. Like I was listening, like I was almost healing, dude. Like I was like it literally felt like a closing of a chapter of my life. Like I was like, this has been a weird chapter, but we're coming back, baby. We're coming back.
There's one time that I can think that Spotify actually impressed me with their algorithm. I was listening to your favorites mix after like a month of listening to it. And there's a band that I followed. Or there's like a contest on YouTube for like the singers to like be a part of this band. And this guy won and I didn't know it. And the song that he recorded released and Spotify recommended it to me. And so it was like, oh shit, that's him.
Yeah, there's been so many times that Spotify has like found bands either connected to me or songs I've heard before or whatever. That I'm like, shit, Spotify, you genuinely know me.
But that goes back to the social dilemma.
But this is one serving us.
But it knows you so well that it will know, it'll predict the future of your music.
No, dude, you want to hear something fucking scary? Okay, I'm glad we came here because I wanted to talk about these things, but I forgot. So I'm glad we came here. You want to hear something fucking scary?
Not really, but okay.
At least to me, because it felt like, I've said for probably a few months, I was like, in some ways we might be in the singularity. We just don't realize it. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, what if the computers things are starting to act the way they act? We just don't realize stuff is happening underneath. Like, you get what I mean? And, / I feel like the singularity too is like when machines could conquer humans in theory. Like that's one way people look at it. And it's like, maybe they don't actually have to be like, think like us to do that. Maybe they are kind of still quote unquote stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not reasoning like we are, but like they're doing their jobs. And then that job takes them to like an extreme thing that accidentally kills us. Do you get what I mean? Like, like the classic like thought experiment thing. Like you make a machine to say like save the world, then it kills everything on the world to make sure nothing bad happens. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Anyway, but this was like a thing where I was like, oh shit, it started. So I watched a video of like one of my favorite video game guys that I've like, and he just makes comedy videos and they're loosely related to video games. And he posts probably like once, twice a month. Anyways, so I follow him and I followed him for years. And I'm not like avid devotee. Like I don't see every one of his videos, but I probably see like one every, 3, see him relatively regularly. Anyway, so he did a video. At the end of the video, there was like a webcam piece, and that was the first time I ever saw his face. I was like, oh wow, that's cool. Like I saw his face. I didn't realize I could see his, I didn't realize he ever did like a face reveal because most of his videos don't show his face at all. So that's cool. I haven't seen him before. Anyway, so I click off the video and then I was like, are there other videos with his face? So I go look. I click on one video that has his face that I can tell. And now Spotify has regularly been not Spotify, YouTube, regularly suggesting videos with his face in it because it realized that like I saw that because I clicked on another video that had his face because it's his whole body, like they're out and about. And I was like, oh, I've never seen this one. I clicked on that. That's 3 videos with his face in it. Now it's only been suggesting me videos with his face in it. But the craziest thing about it is, you know how like on the YouTube app, if you're not plugged into anything, it'll start playing videos. The craziest thing about it is these videos aren't like revolved around his face as in like, oh, this video has his face, like face reveal or anything like that. It just can tell what's the picture is and what picture I'm keep clicking on. Like it can tell it's like, oh, it's his face. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's scanning the image. It's not the description. And it's realizing that like the face is what made me click.
Yeah. So it keeps showing you his face. That's
and it's suggesting videos from like 9 years ago. And like some of these videos, the reason I'm realizing it's his face is like it was him and I stopped on it and then it started playing and it showed his face. But the video never said anything about his face. I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever seen this.
That's fucking weird.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It knows that I'm going for its face, even though I haven't signified that I'm going for his face. But that is why I was going for them.
So here's what we're doing, bro.
Is that not a first step? Like it started, bro.
We're just diving in.
That's what I'm saying. Dude. That's how I feel. Like I was like, oh, it started. There's nothing that can happen now. We just have to live with this, whatever it comes.
Elon Musk said it. He said, we've already gone too far.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it felt like. That moment, like I know this might sound ridiculous to people out there. That moment literally made me go, oh, okay. Like this is our future.
Yeah, it is our future, folks. You heard it here first.
Boom. What's the meme that's like 2020? Like,
I don't know.
I fucked it up.
You did.
Confirmed. Like it was old meme. It was like confirmed 2015. I was gonna go confirm 2020, but I fucked it up, guys. I fucked it up.
I think it's a good place to end it.
Yeah. So on that light note,
let's enter into a singularity. We're diving into the ocean now, guys.
Have we had wedding cake before?
No.
Are you 100?
Yeah.
Also, have you been writing down these?
I didn't put the purple one. I realized.
What did we rate that? You don't remember?
4.
Okay, good. Yeah, we haven't had wedding cake. Okay. You want a wedding cake?
All right, what do you rate it?
I would say 3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
I just felt Blue Dreams, one of our only 2s. We might have to come back to Blue Dream.
Yeah, I think we need to try it from a actual like dispensary.
No, not just that. It's that we rated that after like our Blue Dream, just honestly gluttonous feast.
Yeah,
like we only had Blue Dream for like, I feel like it was 6 months. I don't think it was that long. But I think it was.
It was like 2, but yeah,
it felt like forever. I was like,
it was like 2 pickup times. So like think about like 2-week periods. We like had for 2 times I picked up. We had Blue Dream.
Well, and like I think
so that was a month.
I feel like it was longer, but
no, for sure.
Like that, I almost want to say you're wrong. Like that's how long it felt, but you might be right. But like, I don't know. It just got to this point where like, is this all weed is? Do you know what I mean? Like I've had a variety of weed like my whole time smoking, so I was like, is this the only way weed feels? And then I smoked something else, and I was like, oh yeah, we can feel so different.
Yeah, it's weird.
So it felt like I just ate turkey.
Is there a food that gives you a different taste each time you eat it, or each like like a food group.
Monster does a little.
Well, that's like manufactured. I'm talking about like growing.
Not
like
that I can.
Carrots don't change.
Unless you count like different ways to cook it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like tomatoes can change greatly. But yeah, anyway, so it's just, or like you maybe think about tomatoes and like cannabis as like different strains. So like cherry tomatoes as opposed to the bigger ones. There's like a bazillion tomatoes.
They're all gross, but yeah.
I mean, I agree, but I like it when like they're changed. Then I like tomatoes. Like ketchup, or I even like fried green tomatoes.
Yeah. But ketchup's like, really like the only thing I like.
But let me think. So we have to come back to Blue Dream, but like in a year or two. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like it's completely off my palate. And I'm like, how do I feel about this? Anyway, this one, it just feels good. Like I don't find any bit of it spectacular. Like it almost is it a hybrid? Because it almost feels like just like a super hybrid.
Honestly, don't know.
So it's just good. If it's around you, get it. It's good. If you are hating everything you smoked at the place you get stuff from, and they have this now, try this. What about you?
Hold on one second. I'm looking up something. Yeah, it's a hybrid. Yeah, I like it. I think I'm with you on that. It's good.
I think the nugs a lot.
It looks pretty. It smells good. Yeah, if you want something new, try it. I don't think it'd be something I'll always like. If I ever go to a store again and get it, I don't think I'll get it. You know, like it's like one of those strains where I'm like, I mean, like if it's there, I'll smoke it.
Yeah, and I'm never unhappy about smoking it, but
I'm not going to go like and seek it out. But if you haven't tried it, you should definitely seek it out, try it, and then make your own opinion on it.
Yeah, but solid 3.
Yeah, solid 3 from us.
So check us out on everything. We're Smoke With Us Podcast on anything we're on, except Twitter. We are SWU Potcast. SWUPOT cast.
Yeah.
And if you want to email us, it's smokewithuspodcast@gmail. And then do all those things because we like talking to you guys. So communicate with us. We'll communicate back.
You pulled on me.
Well, I was just trying to get, honestly, that one, it wasn't even a stress thing. I say it so many times, basically all the same. I was literally just like, let's get this over with.
I was literally going to start saying stuff and you were just like,
you can say stuff. I don't know. It wasn't a stress thing. It was just like and then blah, blah, blah,
you mean
blah,
that
blah.
when you say that I do that. I was like, okay, I understand it now. No, but yeah, like and review us too. We definitely like seeing just your opinions.
And honestly, especially if you're on Spotify or the podcasting app, because those are the ones we see the most.
Yeah.
And it would just feel good.
And even if you email us too, you can email us and tell us how great we are. Or if we fucking suck ass.
Or constructive criticism. Emphasis on constructive.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much for being high with us, and we're gonna send you out like we always do with Sparkler by Saint Warhead.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
I've been wavy for the longest, need the rest of y'all to catch up to me. Terpene gravy for my bong hit, so every hit is extra gooey. Then I light it extra doobie, get high while I Netflix movies. Pass it to my baby, muffled coffee, my face next to boobies. I like to get high a lot, I like to get high a lot. My girls take smaller dabs because we have to buy a lot. I hate it when my light is lost, don't you too? That shit sucks, anywho I got shit to do. Need a smoker then after fuck, no I don't wanna work with you. All you other rappers suck, I told you I got work to do, so will you please get off my nuts? Sorry, don't think I'm high enough. Nope, light another up. Coughing while we mob and drop the glob, and when the glow is up, 99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pulling up.
99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pull up.
I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
It light up like a spark. Dabs got my fingers sticky like I'm Peter Parker. Feeling like a king, scrolling memes with scenes from Arthur. Sauce has terpenes, diamonds looking like it's tartar. All my friends grow weed, we got some inner city farmers. It don't matter if you broke or not, you can find a way to smoke some pot. Every spot is overstocked and every block an open shop, and everybody's high, you can't even find a sober cop. Every night I'm stoned, then I zone out and play Overwatch. Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm dozing off.
Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm done.
I like my it light up like a spark. I like my it light up like a spark. I like my it light up like a spark. I like my it light up like a spark. I like my it light up like a spark. I like my it light up like a spark. I like my it light up like a spark.